So for the past 2 months, I've been traveling around Queensland, which has 0 COVID cases. You can pretty much do whatever you want. It pretty much feels like normal there. We're hanging out with our mates, exploring new photo locations, and it was just an all-around really good time. The second we got back, we ended up going into a 1-week lockdown. So I decided to lock down in this apartment here because it's in the middle of the city. So I may as well use this as an opportunity to take some photos because we've got all these views around us and we've got nothing else to do. So let's see what we can take. The first shot that I want to get is of this building that's right opposite us. So it's just got a really nice texture to it. It almost reminds me of some sort of futuristic, grungy city sort of texture. I'm going to be shooting on my Sony A7R Mark IV, but the only lens that I brought was this 70-200. I kind of cooked it on that one, but we're just going to have to get creative with it. I just noticed a pretty cool shot. Like, we've got this main photo here, which is nice and sort of just a concrete plane shot. But if I take a step to the left, I can see the ground and like some buildings and there's rooftops and there's just a lot of depth in the photo if I just look down there. So I might get a zoomed in shot of that and see what that sort of looks like. We're just going to be doing some night photography now from the apartment. There's a couple of different shots that I can already see. So I'm going to get the tripod out and we've got the 70-200 on so we can get some nice long compressed shots, maybe even some cheeky long exposures. Here's another tip as well. If you have a long lens, you want to attach the tripod mount to this part of the lens if it has it, because essentially if you put it on your camera, it's going to put a lot of pressure on this part of the camera body where the lens connects to the actual camera. So put the tripod mount on there and it will just be a lot more stable in your shot as well. Jesus Christ. What I like to do before actually just trying to compose a shot, I like to just pretend that I've got that focal length that I'm shooting on. For example, I've got a 70-200. I'm going to try like envision shots that would look good from a 70-200 point of view. And then from there we can set up the shot and already have an idea of what shot I want to get. So first up, I can see a sort of keep clear sign down there. So I reckon if we get a high angle shot, or not even high, obviously it's going to be high angle because we're all the way up here. But I mean, I'm smart, trust me. Essentially, I want to get either a truck or a bus or some sort of vehicle moving in the frame, and we'll get like just not a long exposure to the point where you can't even see that it's an object and it's just a light trail, like a couple of seconds. We just want it 1/5 of a second so we can just get a little bit of motion blur, just so it adds a bit of artistic flair. So my settings are 1/5 of a second, aperture's at f2.8, and my ISO is at 250. If I put the tripod leg slightly to the right, it could literally fall down and the camera could potentially fall off, which we don't want. So we're just going to make sure the tripod leg is not anywhere near that corner. Alright, I'm seeing there's some trams down there. I know I'm addicted to shooting trams, but it's awesome. You gotta love it. So we're going to shoot that intersection all the way down there, because the tram passes right through it and we can get a nice long shot. This one will be at 200mm. If I zoom all the way in, and I've got it on manual focus, if I just move the focus ring and see what is in focus like that, just so once we can get it nice and focused, we can just leave it there, and now we know that all of our photos are going to be in focus. What other shots can we get? I like the patterns on this building. That can be another shot. I'm gonna press the shutter and it's gonna wait 5 seconds before it actually takes the photo. Because I've got a 2.5 second shutter, I don't want any camera movement. And when you actually press the shutter for like a long exposure, that in itself moves the camera. So if you're ever doing long exposures, make sure you have a self timer on, just so you don't get any of that camera shake. Alright, so it's going to take one photo, and it's going to take another one now, because I've set it to take 2 photos. Alright, so because I'm shooting on f2.8, the focus, I mean, it was in focus, but it wasn't like crisp. So I'm going to put my aperture up to f7.1, and then I'm going to put my ISO up to 500. And then, let's see, we'll put the shutter speed at 6 seconds, and then hopefully that should just be a bit more sharp. We're going to be filming the outro from this video on a 70-200. This is so weird. Alright. You're all the way at the other end of the apartment, but it looks normal for you, but the tripod's over there, so it's funny. That was a good shoot. I mean, like, we're in lockdown, so there's not much I can really do from this apartment, but I'm not complaining. It's got really nice views of the city and everything, so at least I get to look at that, and it's a good place to edit and everything. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Enjoy the next video you're going to be watching on YouTube, because I know you're in a YouTube rabbit hole. I can sense it from here. So yeah, if you're subscribed, I'll see you in the next video. If you're not, have a good life. See ya.
Repetition, shop and blaze. Like me, she my serving up every single plate. The hottest in the season, even summer looks away. Cause I got something to prove. I'm here cause I pay my dues. So please tell me something new. I'm in the